Hi there guys, welcome to my channel, man. This is Farmer Bob. It's so nice to be back and yet making another video here on Tiny, our small tiny map. And also this is another episode on the map making series. If you haven't looked at any of the other ones, welcome to the series, and I hope really it is informative for you and it at least helps a bit. And yes, in this series, for the guys who hasn't looked at the other videos, we are trying to look at all the ins and outs and the little struggles and stuff and how-tos and how-not-tos of map making, you know. And we've now totally finished our map, and we're just doing all the rounding off and finishing off stuff. Yes, so today's video, guys, I think at this point, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider doing that. It really helps the channel, and thank you so much for supporting me and in my love of map making and the game. And yeah, I suppose we are all in that same boat. It's a lovely game and it's awesome. So yes, guys, great, man. So yes, what we're going to do today, or look at today rather, is these props on the farm. If you look at your farm props, if you don't have them disappear with the other game modes, they're going to stay around and you're going to have problems with them, because they're just going to be around in the field or empty places where there's nothing when you select, for instance, the start from scratch mode. So that's our plan today, is to show you how I do it. I suppose there is many other ways of doing it. You can probably do it in other ways, but I normally find a way that's simple and easy to do, that it's not very time consuming. First of all, I like easy, you know. Don't like stuff that it's a struggle and, you know, takes a lot of time. So anyway, what I've done, or how I do it, is we have now successfully, in our previous episode or a few episodes back, I can't remember exactly, we have added this water tank. Now this water tank is a custom mod and it's inside our map. It's not part of the default game. So that is what we want. You want something that is set up in your XML as a, let me just show you in our, first in our mod desk where it's located, and then also in our default items. You'll see we have the water tank now. Water tank, there it is. So you want a custom mod that's in your map directory, first of all, and that is being pulled into the game via XML and is set as a default farm property, so that when you select any other game mode except for the new farmer mode, then, or that first one, sometimes get confused with those three of them, you know. But anyway, that first one where you get all the vehicles and all the stuff, if you have it as a default farm property as true, then it will put this item there, but not on the other two game modes. So this is what we want set up in your map. So when you start up your map in Farming Simulator, it will pull this into the game and it will know it's a default farm property, so it will only work on your default farm, which is set up, of course, in your what's this, farmlands. There's your default farm property. So this farm ID 2 is set up as your default farm property, and it will pull that into the coordinates you've set here by your default items here, the coordinates. Alright, so anyway, long story short, you want that item so that you can use it to bring your props in and take them away as well, because this is now already set up. We don't have to do nothing to this anymore. But what we're going to do is you just add all your props that you want on your farm into the transform of this, and once you've done all of that, remember, this is not actually in the game. This is under the placeholders transform group, which has a script running. So the moment the game starts this map, it will not load any of these items that's in here. It will be pulled in via the XML. This is only here for us to show the coordinates and show us where the thing is lying, you know, where it is on the map. So we're going to use that script as well as the placing of the water tank in the game XML and the default items XML to pull all our props in for us with the water tank, and then when we select any other game mode it will remove them as well, so that way we don't have props lying around in the game. So that's how simple it is, guys. Simple and easy. Use one of them, set one of them up on your farm, and then pull all your props in there. I'm going to show you how to do it. I've already just added this dust bins or glass bins or recycling bins or whatever you want to call them. I've just pulled them in here into the water tank, and I'm going to do a few more just for an example while we're busy with the video. I'm not going to do a whole lot. Obviously I want to do a lot more off screen, but I'm just going to show you the process while we're busy with it, you know. Alright, so the next thing we want, you can put anything in there. You can go into the prefabs and you can download yourself anything. Like for instance, say we want this wheel. This is a whole wheel pack. It's 3 meg. Oh my gosh, that's a bit big. I don't want to add too much weird stuff. So there's something nice. Here's a box that we can let lie around. So let's bring that thing in, import the prefab, and then we'll find that in our game directory. Alright, you see now it is here, big box, small box. Alright, so we can close this now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is this. Just that looks like a nice toolbox. So let's put this prop here by the workshop. So I'm just going to go big box. Let's put both of these. I'm going to go Shift Select and then Control X to cut them, and then drop them both into the water tank here. Just make sure you select the transformer, not anything else. Paste it, Control V, and boop, there they are. Now they're part of the water tank. Not yet, but they in the game selected to be part. So we'll do the export just now. Control B just to place it where you want it. I'm gonna just let that one stand there, maybe, and take the small one, drop it down here. And that way you can just add things. Now we've added obviously one from the prefabs. You can go back into your placeables. Where did we put that? Props. It's under placeables. You can go in here. I've done props in here, and you can choose anything added there. That's garbage containers, road trim, public bench. Yeah, let's put this public bench duplicated, obviously first, and then cut it. Go back to our water tank on top, select the transform, paste it there, Control V, whoop, public bench. So where do we want a bench? Let's put a bench for us here on the farm, maybe somewhere here, nicely where the horses is, or I think maybe somewhere here, just for fun. I don't want to put too much stuff in the way, because we obviously might want to use this in the on the farm itself, you know. So I'll just put a bench here for you to sit nicely and watch your horses, all that kind of stuff, you know. You don't have to go overboard, but yeah, it's always nice to have little things standing around. Good, so now that we've done that, obviously off screen I'll do a lot more, but I just wanted to have you get the picture, you know. As long as the file is in your game folder, it needs to be in your game folder somewhere, and you can import it into your the item or the thing that you want to use as your how can you say it, your thing that piggybacks all your little props into the game. Okay, so you get what I'm saying. Now that we've done all that we're going to do is we're going to go to the water tank, and we're going to go File, then Export Selection with Files, and remember we want everything with it. So we're going to go to water tank, Tiny Maps Placeables water tank. Alright, so we're going to overwrite this current one so that it rewrites the whole water tank as it is with all the props together. So we're going to go overwrite it. So you just click on the water tank itself on the i3D, have it in there, and you click save. You replace it, you say yes. Do you want the parent directory structure? We don't want it. We say in this case you can say yes, because it's in your own directory of everything. If you are sure that everything is, and it should be in your own game folder, you mustn't get it anywhere else, because otherwise your map is not going to work. You can actually say yes here. It will save you a bit of file space, but just to be sure that the water tank is on its own and has got everything in that folder, all the little stuff that comes with the mod, like the textures and whatever. So we're going to say no to both of those, and there it is. So now if we go into our map, Tiny, go in there, Maps, Placeables, water tank, we should have all the other stuff. There's the bench set and all the things that is going to go with this water tank. Alright, and then on the i3D itself, we just want to make sure here that it got all of that. Placeables, water tank, you see, prefabs, there's all the stuff that's going to go with this water tank now into the game when that XML is loaded. Great. And in that way, guys, now all your props will be in the game, and it will be part of the game, but not part of the other game modes. So here we don't have to save anything. It's just a little modification we've done in the game itself, and there we go. It is going like a Boeing. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just zip it and put it in the mods folder, and then start up Farming Simulator, and then have a look at how it works in game. So I'll be back in a flash. Great guys, so I'm back. Just made myself a nice cup of coffee. I hope you are still relaxed with me and enjoying the video so far. So yes guys, cheers man. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to test now our map and see if it works. First let's do the new farmer and the farm manager and the start from scratch. That's the three. I always forget the names of these three. But anyway, I'm going to try and remember them, you know. But anyway, new farmer first, because this is the one where we have to check and make sure that it loads in the props. Good. Let's go there. I'm just going to deselect everything. And we, obviously, I always put on my log. For those of you who don't know how to use this, you use your tilde key next to the one on your keyboard. The tilde is that little sine wave key next to your one key on the top number pad, not the one on the right if you have a full keyboard. Anyways guys, I'm going to make a video on how to enable that. It's very easy. It's just a setting in your game.exe, your game.xml, and very simple and easy, but I'll make a separate video for that because it's got nothing to do with our map making or anything. But anyways, here we are. Let's now focus on the job at hand. Obviously, when you look at your log file, you want to see the water tank there. I can't go up there with my mouse now, but anyways, it says that it's loaded it perfectly. If there's any errors there, then something is wrong. Then you're going to have to first fix the errors, obviously. But now let us go and have a look if it's loaded our props. First of all, we loaded here by the vehicles, the workshop. There's our little toolbox. Great, man. I'm stuck there. Why am I stuck there? Okay, and these are our little glass bottles, holders, and also the other toolbox, so all loaded in perfectly with all the textures and everything, as well as the bench, all sorted out, man. Very, very nice. Okay, so now let's not save the game. Now we know that it's imported it correctly. Make sure that all the textures are there and nothing is white or whatever. So if something is not right, you have to fix it at this point. Go back into your map and sort it out there. All right, so obviously then something went wrong, but in my case everything went smooth. So we're going to quit here, go out, and then obviously start a new one, and let's choose one of the other modes then. It doesn't matter which one you choose, both of these are without anything on the farm. So let's just go for start from scratch. Select tiny, select, continue, deselect. We don't need any mods for this, it's just to test. I've actually been playing the new Alpine Farming expansion, and obviously that is why I've got all my mods loaded. Okay, good. Let us have a look. Now we should have nothing, except for obviously the stuff that's in the game, like the post box and the electrical box and whatever. But yeah, there is the farm, totally empty. Obviously fields will be there. This is where the workshop used to be, and our glass bottles and toolboxes are gone. This is where the horse paddock was, and there you can see was the waters and stuff, and somewhere here we had the bench, and that's all gone. So our prop management system is working great. And there you have it, guys. That is the way you do it. Bring props into the game, into the different game modes, and have them disappear at the right time, at the right spot, and that is how you do it, or at least that is the way I do it. And the most easiest and simplest way is to use obviously something that's already set up and something that you're not going to use or need in your other modes, you know, obviously. So you can put one small custom mod in, or even make one of these props a mod and import it and use that and put everything else inside of that in your placeholders transform group, and that's it, guys. Remember, it's very important to have it in the placeholder, because if you don't do it in the placeholder, you will have multiple stuff duplicating itself over each other, you know. So you have two things. You'll have one in the game and the XML bringing in another one over that one, and that could cause potential problems, especially if you have stuff that needs to work with a trigger and stuff like that, water tank, things like that. And now when we go back to, I just want to have a look. I think our windmill should still be here, but the water tank should be gone. Yeah, there it is. Because the windmill is part of the game. I didn't put that as part of the map. I thought maybe just leave the windmill as a feature on the map rather, you know, because it's not in the way. It's next to the road, and I don't think you'll miss this piece of farm property. Anyway, guys. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome like always. If you haven't subscribed, please do remember to do that. It really helps me out. I want to try and build up to 1,000 subscribers at least. It's just to get my channel going. Thank you so much. Please do share this video with your friends and family and whoever else is enjoying the game and map making and everything. And do have a look at all my other videos, guys. There's a lot of content that I've made so far. I think I've got over 150 videos. So yeah, there's plenty to watch. Have fun, guys, and you've been awesome. Until next time, man. Cheers.